Hello pandas and scrap fans, and welcome back to the shop. Today's mission is a simple one, but an important one. See, I promised to share all of the results of that massive scrap out. How much money are we going to make? But, unfortunately, right now, the truck is out of commission. It is at a shop. It needs a head gasket done, and I believe I could accomplish anything if I set my mind to it. I am choosing not to take on a head gasket job. But we still need to move some stuff around, so to that end, let me reintroduce Allie, our dear reliable hatchback. Yes, needs a whole bunch of parts. We'll talk about that in a second, but what we need to do first is get some space in here. So that's the plan. How much scrap can we fit in a small hatchback? I'm not sure if this is all going to fit. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has more faith in the ability to fit a ton of stuff in a Pontiac Vibe. But even I have to admit this is pretty significant. So we're going to have to be smart about it. We're going to have to make good choices. We might have to just accept that it's not all going to go in. And maybe with the worn out shocks that would be best. But let's see how far we get. Alright, now it's time to cosplay as someone who knows what they're doing. I think I should be able to fit the rims down like this. And then we want the big heavy chonkers. Not fitting anything on top of that. Maybe that one should go up front because it's light. I don't know. And I think I'm just going to put this wire right up front. There. Making the most of the front seat while still being able to see the mirror. Stainless on top of that one. And if we're doing stainless and aluminum, I'd like to do all the stainless and aluminum. Will this fit on top? Yes, sir. Should close fine like that. Gotta double check. Yep. Brass on top of all that. One more bucket of brass, the wire, and all the extrusion. We're gonna hopefully get all the extrusion through the middle slot there. And then we're going to bag the wire to save on that little bit of space, that little bit of weight, but mostly so it's easier to fit the whole thing in. Whew. Not too worried about all these tiny little bits. as anybody who's been scrapping for a little while knows, it's never really finished. I'd be quite pleased to fit this in as well. Oh. Ha-ha! It was that or the sunroof. Well, that's definitely a squat. Might be a new record. I'm not sure. We're gonna go find out. But, oh, okay, I didn't get the zinc in. But other than that one low-value bag, we got everything in. Wow. Okay, so, yeah, let's see how she drives. Nothing sketchy about this at all. See how she feels rolling off of this. Woo! Yeah, we have absolutely no suspension. She's on the ground solid as a rock. So, we're gonna take some slower paths, but we'll get there. Don't you worry. Alright, let's do this thing. Oh, that's coming down. Yep. This one's gonna be fun to unload. I'll probably just do it. First cart's all the wire and brass, and the other one's just got the aluminum extrusion. Alright. That was a great run. Look at the size of this ticket. Whole lot of stuff there. I will, I'll throw the ticket on the screen so you can check it out if you're interested. But let's talk numbies. The interesting parts here. What really stood out? So the one thing I was dying to know, that super low grade wire. How did that turn out? Well, we got 15 cents a pound. So we got $1.20 for that. Not super worth it. So unless you see big piles of that, probably a skip. Total wire. So for all the different types of wires altogether, we got like 135. And then for the stainless, that one was a performer. We got 140 for that. And then aluminum. And then for all the different types of aluminum together, we got like 190. And then the aluminum rims were actually $1.20 a pound, so we got 80 for that. And the other real performer was the brass. We actually ended up with $297 for the clean brass, and then $33 for the dirty brass. But interestingly enough, for anybody who watched the brass video recently, what I actually got paid for dirty brass was $1.50 a pound. So I definitely thought that was aggressively optimistic, the price that I was quoted when I was trying to compare them by hour. So that would change the data a little bit on that video. Instead of making $2 an hour cleaning the brass, actually made me about $4.50 an hour. So I'm not changing my stance on that at all. As far as the total numbers go, we got 887 Canadian today. That was a pretty alright run, better than I was expecting, and the total weight was 856 pounds, which is not the most I've ever put in that car. But what a performer, what a champion, what an absolute legend. I kind of wish I'd thrown a few more things in, like slipped in the batteries and maybe some bits of copper somewhere so I could get over that 1,000 pounds and that $1,000 mark. That would have been fun and exciting. But that's how that went down. It would have been a bit of a struggle to fit it in. But the car didn't seem to struggle at all. Like, what an absolute champion. And again, impressed, but not really surprised. And that's the reason why that car deserves everything. Runs like that. Because it's just keeps doing it. It doesn't give a crap. It's just there to do a job and happy to be involved. And that's the kind of car that I want to keep going. So, about that. This little bit of fundage is unfortunately already spoken for, and it's not really going to the car because head gasket, it's an expensive job, so like this is going to pay for that. That was always kind of the plan, but you know, I couldn't actually run it with the truck. So that's okay. However, it's also because of runs like that that Allie, my dear little car, is completely clapped out, needs a lot of love, was neglected for a long time, and then was parked in the bushes and ignored for 2 years. I'm not proud of it, but that's what happened. So, come here. She's not running great. She's not running good at all. She's not happy, and it's understandable. She's squeaky, wobbly, noisy, shakes when braking, makes lots of sounds when moving. Everything's worn out. The suspension is trashed. Although it still seems to work just fine. Anyway, I have made a list. This is the list. So, I've already begun. Insurance, registration, and battery. We already did that, so we're okay there. Those are the most expensive ones. I've separated them into categories, and I've grouped them not entirely based on necessity, but based on the most sensible way I can think of to actually perform these different things. So we've got stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. And I've estimated all the prices based on the lowest price I could find, the absolute cheapest parts. So this is the cheapest it's going to get. It's roughly about $2,000, but we've already got a head start. So those, done. And the rest are just like easy stuff that really needs to be done. The headlights are, I don't have low beams anymore. Oil change, obviously. Just fluids all around. And then the hood doesn't like to close. So we got to hit up pick and pull. And then the lug nuts are all mismatched and beat up. They're not even all the same size. So that's stage 1. Easy. Simple. Then we move on to stage 2. Stage 2 is really getting into the suspension and the bushings, because the bushings are done. Way too many miles aggressively bombing through uneven alleys and going off-road on different camping adventures and things, as well as just being completely overloaded with 1,000 pounds or more. That is not the first time that's happened. That's happened a bunch of times, and it's going to continue to happen. So this is why we're doing the full parts cannon. All of these things need to be done. It's over 300,000 K, and none of them have ever been done. So it might seem a little aggressive, but I want it to feel good. Now, these are the costs for new parts. I haven't totally decided if maybe I'm just going to, like sway bar links, maybe I'll just replace the bushings, motor mounts, maybe I'll just get polypropylene bushings rather than replace the full motor mount. So we might be able to save a little bit of money, but this one's not too bad. And I think all of these parts can be done at once. And then stage 3, and it might seem kind of strange to put brake pads and struts and springs on stage 3, but here's the thing. It's got new front pads, but I think the rotors are warped to heck. And calipers, maybe I'll find out they're fine once I get in there. I'm not sure. But struts and springs are definitely done. And then for the final stage, I don't care about replacing the window, but removing it is the best way to properly clean all the rust that's on the top. And then wheels are just kind of an extended, like, it would be nice to get some summer wheels, because right now I've just got winter tires. I actually had a new set of used winter tires that I put on there. So those are installed. So it's safe-ish to drive right now, and that's the plan. I don't have a truck right now, and the shop is terrible at communication. I told them I could be without it for a couple weeks max. It's been a couple weeks. They haven't even called me. So that's a different kind of a problem. The immediate problem is that the car is all we've got, and it needs some TLC. So we're going to be out there doing it classic Thub style with the little red hatchback. We're going to be scrapping, dumpster diving, and trash picking. And all of that is going to go towards that list. Kind of rare to find and enjoy a car that you actually love and that genuinely deserves it. But even for those of you who haven't been here for like a long time, you don't even know the full extent of it. That car is the car. And through all the abuse I've put her through, she has earned my respect. Now, I'm probably going to skim a little bit off the top of this run because it was a little better than I was expecting it to be, and will take care of the rest of stage 1. So going forward, We need to collect as much as we can out of recycling things that would otherwise be getting put into the landfill and working towards stage 2. That is the plan. And we've already got a head start. I don't think I shared this part yet, but actually 2 things. Right away, she already began earning her keep. Those new used tires, they came with a set of steel rims. So we're already off to a great start. And here's a little dumpster diving score I hadn't shared yet. Hello, pandas and other trash enthusiasts. Today we've got a special mission, an extended mission. See, I was out hunting around. Not really, I was out running errands. And I found something that I couldn't wait to share with you. We gotta have it! But, at first I thought, well, we will just leave it and we'll pick it up sometime in the week. But no! I can't risk it. We need to grab it now. So come on. I'm real excited for this one. Hopefully it's still in here. Hopefully... No, I'm sure it's still in here. Hopefully it's not buried. Oh... my goodness, it's multiplying. Look at it. Just look at it. It's solid stainless steel. It's solid. Yeah. That'll definitely make this a little bit lighter. Gotta back up to it. You're not going anywhere. Okay. That's where it's at. Because those look great. And I bet they go in as prepared. Oh, I see a good one over there. Can we get it? Oh, heck yeah. Thub can get it. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot the doors. Now that's some nice stock, but it's clearly not trash, or it would be in the trash, wouldn't it? Huh? And that's not going anywhere. Nailed it. Wow, this looks really pretty. Sure hope they've got good garbage. Full disclosure, I already looked at these. Looks like somebody's doing a bathroom, which means potential brass. Thank you. Hoping not to break. Every time. Nah, forget it. Can't see any. Let's bounce. Thank you, sir. Foot. So that's sitting right here, and it seems like it would be a shame to scrap it when something like this is definitely valuable. I know people buy comparable ones for a couple $100s, but they're not really comparable because this is the legit high quality one. This is the one that people spend thousands on, not the... Anyway, we're going to clean that up and list it, and that and everything else going forward until we've moved through that whole list is going towards getting the car to be all of the car she can be. Let's not talk about the burning oil, and I should probably rebuild the engine, but that's down the line. So that's the plan, and thanks for getting on board with me. I hope this video didn't feel like a bit of a cop-out, but the truth is this is a very busy week, so this is the best I could do, and thank you for joining me for it. I still think it was fun. That's how much scrap metal you can fit in a small hatchback. A lot! So don't let anybody tell you you need a truck or a van. Okay, I tell people that. You do. Steel is the meal, and you should definitely get one. But you can make a pretty solid run with a car that burns half as much gas as one of those beasts. So look forward to this next leg of the adventure. I think it's going to be fun. It's not the only thing we'll be doing, but that's the plan. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you on the next one. Leave it better than you found it. Keep doing the thing.